Today I'm going to be showing you some camera gear and equipment I would purchase pretty much straight away if I were to start again in 2024. I'm not going to talk about any cameras in this list. I'm going to be talking about things that take your footage and content to the next level and help your videos stand out from the rest. Everything I mentioned in this video will be linked in the description below, tied to an affiliate link, which helps me out a little bit. And some of the items will have a discount code to help you out. To start it off, first thing on the list, and probably actually the first thing I bought when I started making content, is a tripod. And not just any tripod, specifically a very small one, a strong but small tripod. This here is a tripod from Newer. It's actually a desk tripod, but because of its size, I am easily able to put this into my motorcycle bag and I can't even tell it's there. This comes with me on every single ride because I know I'm gonna wanna set up the camera and get some cinematic shots of me looking off into the distance or taking my helmet off and on, things like that. And this tripod right here is absolutely not going to fit into my bag. So a small travel type tripod like this, 100% crucial, and this one here can actually extend out pretty tall. That's pretty tall, and it can go even higher. Fits perfectly into my motorcycle bag. Can't even tell it's in there. Like, this fits, I'm sure. Yeah, it fits, but having other things packed in there as well as the tripod, there's no way. You can easily hold my Sony a7 IV. You can mount action cameras on top of here if you don't have a main camera. And honestly, I find myself recently especially using tripods way more than, say, a gimbal. Filming on tripods, honestly, is super underrated. It's the simplest and cheapest way to get cinematic shots. You focus mainly on the actual composition of your shot over the movement you're trying to get, say, on a gimbal or something like that. Personally, to me, composition is much more cinematic looking when you get it right than a smooth gimbal shot. I use gimbals all the time, but they are definitely not coming with me on every single motorcycle ride.
And yeah, we also... People don't know what it takes.
They don't know the pain.
They don't.
You guys don't know the pain. This bag is heavy, man.
Got the gimbal, camera, all spare batteries, everything like that, tripod.
It adds up real quick.
It adds up, yeah.
Next up is the DJI Mic 2 transmitter. You don't even have to buy the entire bundle. I literally just have the transmitter and use this mic all the time to capture all different types of audio. You can connect it up to different cameras via Bluetooth, like the Insta360 X4, Ace Pro, DJI cameras, obviously, to record Bluetooth audio straight into the camera itself. Things like motor vlogging, you kind of find somewhere to strap it inside of your helmet.
Please ignore my line. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm trying to work on it though.
But the thing I find most valuable about this little audio recorder is you can actually record internally 32-bit float straight to the transmitter. If you don't know what 32-bit float is, it's basically a raw audio file. So if you picture a raw image, you know how you can edit a raw image better than a JPEG image? You can push and pull it further. That's the same with 32-bit float. It's basically raw audio. So most of the time it's impossible to clip and also impossible to be too quiet. And because of its size, it's just so easy to use. Simply enough, turn it on, start recording 32-bit float, sync it with my camera, chuck it in my client's bag or my own bag, start shooting, capturing perfect, crisp, clear audio of their engine. You can also just use it as a microphone to talk into, like this, which I'm doing with my other microphone, but you can use it for that as well. Also, like I did here, just to capture environmental sounds or create sound effects to use later on in your videos. You know what, I'll actually turn it on, start recording, 32-bit float internally, and we'll jump between this microphone that I'm using right now, which is a Rode Wireless Go 2, and this DJI Mic 2, which I only have the transmitter for. That's why I'm not using it on my main camera. This is the audio quality difference between these two microphones. And yeah, I love these microphones, especially for the size of them, and would 100% be buying this straight away if I were to start again. Next up on the list are filters. These could be ND filters to polarizers to mist filters, but just filters in general. They help make your video stand out and look more professional. ND filters enabling you to use the shutter speed rule when out on a bright day, locking the shutter speed to double the frame rate. So for 30 frames per second, you'd want to shoot at 1/60 shutter speed. And typically when outside on a bright day, that'll be way too bright. So you'd slap on an ND filter and it would fix that problem straight away. Back here, as you can see, I have a terrible addiction to ND filters. I have ND filters for absolutely every single one of my cameras. As you can see here, I even have this GoPro ND filter pack, which I have not yet opened because I don't use GoPro very often, but I have a video coming up soon that requires me to use a GoPro. And not just ND filters in here, I've got mist filters, polarizers, more ND filters. Polarizers enable you to get rid of reflections in your footage and photos, and mist filters are one of my favorite things I've purchased for my cameras recently. It is what enables me to get the super smooth, bloomed out highlights that are so cinematic. And I get so many comments asking how I achieve this. It's mist filters. Currently right now, I have a mist filter on my camera. This is a 1/4 black diffusion filter, and I'll try and see if I can show you what it looks like if I were to take it off right now. I don't know if you can really see that difference, especially over in the light back here. It makes it look a lot more cinematic and less digital. It gives it like a bit of a film look that I definitely like. Once you get a bunch of different filters, you start stacking them. And when you start stacking filters, you start running into problems. When you stack, say, an ND filter with a polarizer, you start running into a tinting problem, where the footage and white balance kind of gets thrown off. And I've been running into that issue a lot until recently, FREEWELL sent me out their new V2 hybrid filter system. It's magnetic as well. I don't have it on my camera right now because I'm in a dark room. I don't need ND filters. Pop off this magnetic lens cap and it is a ND filter and a polarizer in one, and it eliminates the tinting, screwed up white balance issue. Yeah, basically you unscrew this. It's kind of hard to show right now because it's not on my camera. With these screws out here, you loosen them and adjust the polarizer, and then with the ring at the front, you adjust the ND. What's also sick about this filter, as you can see, the lens cap goes on magnetically. That also means you can attach another filter on top, so it's a 3-in-1. And as you just heard, you know I love mist filters, so we have a magnetic mist filter right here. Whoa, extra mist, snaps right on top like that, 3-in-1. This filter system is more on the expensive side and something you wouldn't get straight away starting out. But if you are doing professional video content already, I would highly recommend this filter setup. And again, everything I mentioned in this video is linked in the description. These are small rig magic arms, and I'd highly recommend getting 2 pairs of these. Basically just a clamp on one end, loosen this screw in the middle, and you can change it to whatever angle you want. And on the other end, we have a 1/4-inch screw, which you can use to mount anything from cameras to lights to microphones. But the main thing I use these for is to get different creative angles on my motorbike. You can mount action cameras on these, and I've even mounted my big Sony a7 IV onto my bike with both of these connected to it. With my cage, I wouldn't recommend doing this.
Oh, this is scary.
It turned out pretty cool though. It was a pretty creative shot. Definitely not as smooth and good as what an action camera can get because they're made for it, but it was cool to see that they can actually do it, and I did it off-road as well. Probably would have been smoother doing it on-road, but I won't be trying that again. Something else I did was clamping them together like this, mounting my big camera up here and then another object or camera on the other end to get a locked-on shot, which turned out super sick and looks really cool. Next up are these heavy-duty clamps. They're pretty much the same as the small rig magic arms, but I just wanted to mention these are probably better than the small rig magic arms to mount action cameras to your bike. I'd say they're more sturdy because they're not as long. So if you're primarily interested in mounting your action camera onto different parts of the bike for different angles, I'd say heavy duty clamps like these are a bit better. It's just a clamp on one end to an action camera mount on top. Same with this official Insta360 one. I'd say these are a bit more trusting to mount on motorcycles when moving at high speeds. Next up, and one of my favorite and absolutely crucial items on this list if you're a motorcycle rider and just content creator in general, is this. This is a Cardo intercom system, and you can do so much with these things. Let me just grab my helmet to show you real quick. You set it up in your helmet with speakers and a microphone in there. You clip it in. As most of you know, you can listen to music with these things, talk to other riders, as well as actually using it like the DJI Mic 2 as a Bluetooth microphone. So you can connect this straight to the Ace Pro or the X4 or any other action camera that's compatible.
We are on the Cardo microphone right now, connected to the X4. This is what it sounds like. Cardos are really good at completely getting rid of wind noise and also the actual engine noise. So all you're going to be able to hear right now is my voice. I don't know how it does it, but yeah, it's pretty cool, but you're not able to hear the bike, which is something that I like.
Another thing, when connected to the X4, for example, you can do voice commands. So you can be away from the bike, away from the camera. And if you have this setting enabled on your X4, you can tell the camera to start recording from the Cardo, and you can tell it to stop recording.
So check this out, ready? Stop recording.
You thought that was cool? Ready? Start recording.
I hope. Yep, it's recording. See that sick shot I just got? Oh wow, I forgot to close the cap.
Other than recording audio, listening to music, or talking to buddies while riding with the Cardo, another thing recently I've been using the Cardo for is to actually communicate with clients. Cardo has this headset system that I got recently where you just pop in the Cardo like that, magnets on, open up the headset, pop it on, and you can either call your client or connect to their Cardo or whatever headset system they have, whether it's to communicate with them while you're shooting rollers or getting FPV drone shots. It makes it so much easier than calling them, having my phone here or my phone plugged into AirPods or headphones. Yeah, I've been using this headset recently. It makes me feel professional, makes me look better. And yeah, you can listen to music in these as well while shooting if you need to. I don't know why. If you want to get in the mood while shooting rollers or flying drones, talking to your client, you can listen to music at the same time. So yeah, that is the Cardo, and you can use these things for way more than just listening to music or talking to buddies. If you guys are interested in picking up a Cardo, you can use my discount code J for 10% off your order. Next up on the list are these flexible adhesive mounts from Chin Mounts. Chin Mounts is the same company I use to mount my action camera on my helmet to the chin, specifically designed for any helmet, but these are flexible adhesive mounts. So you wouldn't stick this on your helmet. I mean, you could. I wouldn't recommend it. Actually, I have. I've got my normal Chin Mounts mount here on my motocross helmet, and then I have the flexible adhesive mount stuck up here where I've mounted my Insta360 X4 up there. And I absolutely trust the X4 is not coming off this thing because the surface area on these are so much bigger than normal sticky mounts. Get a bunch of stuff in here. This is the size of the famous normal GoPro universal sticky mount, and this is the size of the bigger Chin Mounts adhesive mount. And these are flexible. Flex and manipulate them to stick onto any surface pretty much, whereas these old ones are not flexible at all. Next up on the list, and I did mention I wouldn't be showing any cameras in this video, but next up is an old camera. Just any type of old camera. Unfortunately, I won't be able to link this one in the description. You'll have to go looking around your house to see if your parents have any old type of camera like this. This is a Hi8 video camera, a Sony. If you're actually interested in the model, TRV66E. They just capture that nostalgic vibe. I made an entire video on this. This is Hi8, so VHS. So inside of here, we have actual Hi8 tapes, but honestly, whatever old video camera your parents have in their house, go see if it works, go turn it on, see what kind of footage it records, and try and get creative with it. I mean, this is the holy grail of finding a camera in your parents' house. This is actually my girlfriend's grandparents' camera, and they're allowing me to use it, which I'm super grateful for. Just the vibe you get from these are crazy, and there's no plugin or effect out there that can as easily recreate the vibe that an actual old camera can get you. And it doesn't have to be VHS, it can be an old digital camera as well. Let's get a little comparison shot right now, shall we? Woo! All right, we're recording. We've got 2024 right here. We got 2005 right here. Yeah, you just can't really create this vibe with any plugin or effect. You can, but not as good as this. Check out the studio room setup we got going on right now. We got all the gear I'm showcasing, my ND filter obsession. So unfortunately, I can't link this one in the description. You can go on Facebook. They pop up on there sometimes, but usually they're not working or you got to fix something about them. So these are some of the rarest items on the planet. Having different types of gear like this is also what enables you and inspires you to create different things. Without some of this gear in my possession, I would have never even have thought of the idea and some of the videos I have made. And trust me, I didn't go out and buy all this stuff in one day or in 2 weeks or even in a year. It's all taken a long time to acquire over time. It is giveaway time. The Insta360 X4 giveaway is about to close. It is currently 11:59 and the giveaway closes at 12 p.m. Today in 1 minute for the Insta360 X4. I am so excited to draw the winner for this X4, for this camera. First giveaway I have ever done. I'm so excited to see who wins it and also excited to see what you create once you get it. It is 12 p.m. It is 12. The giveaway is closed. I'm gonna open up an Excel template that selects a random winner, completely randomized, and yeah, we'll go from there. All right, I've got all my customers and their orders in this Excel template that randomly selects a winner out of everyone listed in there. I really appreciate everyone entering the giveaway and supporting me and my channel. It really means the world. By the time you're watching this, the winner has already been contacted, so they already know if they've won, but I'm finding out for myself right now. Once I click enter, it is gonna give me a number, and that is going to be the winner of the Insta360 X4 giveaway. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, enter. 25. 25 is what it randomly selected. Random selection number 25. Conrad, I'm not gonna be able to pronounce that. Conrad Emtenbrink? Conrad Emtenbrink. Hey, he subscribed, Berlin, Germany, 2 orders. This is sick. This guy has purchased both my JV1 LUT pack and the overlay transitions pack, so that is absolutely a worthy winner. I really appreciate the support, Conrad. You are the winner of the new Insta360 X4. I'm gonna get in contact with you. I'm sorry to the rest of the people that unfortunately did not win. Unfortunately, there's only one X4 to give away for this giveaway, but I'm sure I'll be doing more giveaways in the future, so keep an eye out on that. But yeah, that was super fun. That was really tense. The random selection number it gave me of the entire list, it gave me 25. That's crazy.
I got him running scared on a big bad wolf, and I heard the same shit, dog, it's really getting old.